What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Anthony. In today's video, I'm reviewing Cobra Kai Season 2. Now, in the previous video, I reviewed Season 1 of Cobra Kai. And you might be asking yourself, how am I able to review Seasons 1 and 2 when it's not out yet? On the contrary, it is out. It came out on YouTube in 2018 and 2019, and I did subscribe to that because I wasn't going to miss this show at all. And each season, as I stated in a previous video, has 10 episodes each, close to 22 to 40 minutes long. It's a easy watch, and you can binge it. And seasons 1 and 2 will be coming on Netflix simultaneously on August 28th, 2020. So you can definitely check it out if you didn't check it out in 2018 or 2019. Now, season 2 starts off where season 1 left off, and now wait, let me stop there. There are going to be spoilers in this. I just want to say that because there's no way that this review is going to be done without spoilers. You can stop now, you can stop watching, but if you have seen Cobra Kai Season 1 and 2, keep tuning into this video, and if you haven't, stop here and wait for it, and then come back, watch Seasons 1 and 2, and then come back and see the review that I gave both seasons. Now, Season 2 kicks off where Season 1 left off. We see John Kreese return to Cobra Kai. Now, the reason John Kreese returned is because he saw Cobra Kai win the All Valley Under-18 Karate Tournament, and he basically says like he knew Johnny had it in him to be this ruthless kid that he always was. And there's a brief fight scene between Johnny and John Kreese. It's a great scene, and seeing those two come at it and finally fight, also many years, close to 34 years later, was really good. This gives Johnny a leverage, so to speak, to keep continuing Cobra Kai. And there's a few scenes where Johnny introduces Kreese as, a special guest, because he doesn't want to tell his students that John Kreese was his former sensei. But John Kreese sees that Johnny is too light on the kids, and then he puts into effect like he wants to treat these kids, treat these students, Johnny's students, the way he treated Johnny in the film series. But Johnny doesn't want that. Johnny wants to do things differently, his way, and keep things at bay. The overlining factor is that we see also Daniel come up with Miyagi-Do, and he starts getting students in. Basically, the students that he gets in are the ones from Cobra Kai that left Cobra Kai because they found Cobra Kai to be too in-your-face, too violent, and not knowing what they're doing. The back and forth banter between the students in this show is great. It's very different. It's more so of an updated version for today's kids, so to speak. It's very different from what the 80s, pop culture was back in the day. And Daniel in the show is, he started out being an asshole because, he was big. He won this karate tournament. And over the course of Season 1 and into Season 2, he mellows out and he tries to be what Mr. Miyagi is. He's basically turning into Mr. Miyagi in a way. And seeing that is very good. And there's a lot of callbacks and great, put in, shots of Mr. Miyagi in this. And seeing Pat Morita come into the Cobra Kai series was really good, and it's really touching. The overall story is that Miyagi-Do is the main focus of Season 2, and how Daniel wants to, bring everything back, because the only reason he brought back Miyagi-Do was to go up against Cobra Kai. Now, the thing is that Miyagi-Do is more of the serene, and you don't use karate for fighting, but you use it to gain your self-control, your inner being, and be one, and use it only when needed. And we know that Cobra Kai uses it for fighting and defense and bullying. And the students in Cobra Kai, each character has their own different way of using things. There's a character of Hawk who is really funny, and there are times when he's getting bullied. And the main focus of this show is bullying. Children bullying, kids bullying other kids, and how karate is used as a focus point of trying to mix things up. Now, during the course of Season 1, we did see Johnny's son try and better himself. So the interesting is that he joined Miyagi-Do, and Johnny didn't know that, and Daniel didn't know that Johnny had a son, and then that was Johnny's son he was teaching. So, you know, when Daniel found out that he didn't like that, and so the daughter was trying to be the nice one, you know, and doing things. And I don't like the character of the daughter in the show. It feels like she hops around from boyfriend to boyfriend. Basically, it's her character is a mirror image of Elizabeth Shue's character in the first film. She goes from Johnny to Daniel and doesn't know where to stand. And in this one, she goes from Miguel to Johnny Lawrence's son. So it's really interesting to see, and how like a mirror image this show is to the film series. And I can't stress that enough. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but it truly, truly is. If you watch the Karate Kid movies and then you watch this, you'll realize how close together they are related, even though the show is from the point of view of Johnny. Now, I did like a few episodes in season 2, and the reason is because we got the original Cobra Kai cast from the first film. The original actors from that movie were in this as they go on a bike ride, motorcycle ride through, just getting away and seeing Johnny reconnect with his friends and former, characters was great. There is a bar fight that they all get into, and the four of them just kick the ass out of these bar people. And it's really, really good to see, because then it reminisces back to what, what the first film was. And it goes to show, like, as you grow older, you don't want to be that same person anymore. And one of the characters tells Johnny that, we're not the same people anymore. What we did when we were younger, that's what we were. John Kreese was the person, that drove us, to win, And Johnny tells that John Kreese is back, and they're all telling him, like, listen, get away from it, stop it, close it down. You don't need Cobra Kai. And when Johnny gets back from this motorcycle ride, he finds that John Kreese has overtaken Cobra Kai once again to make it his own. And the only reason John Kreese came back was because he wanted to take over Cobra Kai. Basically, he shoves Johnny aside and says that, I'm the new sensei again, and you have nothing to do. And it's too late, because Johnny doesn't know what to do, and he can't stop it. So he kind of goes to ask Daniel for advice in a way, and with that they kind of have a confrontation, and that leads to a build-up of certain things. And there's a new character introduced in this show from a girl, and the girl is just a crazy in-your-face badass. She's basically the opposite of what Daniel's daughter is. She's the rebel. She wants to stand out, and her and the daughter, this character and Daniel's daughter are just like, in your face, back and forth. And there's a big, epic, crazy fight scene at the end of this season between all of the kids in the cast of characters, of the teen actors, so to speak. And it's Miguel, it's Johnny's son, it's this rebel girl, it's Daniel's daughter, it's Cobra Kai versus Miyagi-Do. It's funny at times, but it's interesting. It's just a one big all-out school fight that, it can't be contained. And sadly, Miguel, in a way, does get injured in this fight by the hands of Johnny's son. Johnny's son does run away because of what he did, and everybody blames him for it. And then all of a sudden, Miguel is laying on the hospital table. They say that the only way that Miguel can survive this is he needs surgery from a pediatric surgeon. And that pediatric surgeon is none other than Allie, played by Elizabeth Shue from the first movie. Now, we don't know if Elizabeth Shue is coming back to this series, but if she is, it'll be a perfect fit, because it would complete everything of the characters. And because Johnny sent her a Facebook request earlier in the season in one of the episodes, and then near the end of the last shot is that she actually accepts his friend request. So it's interesting to see how season 3 will play out. Yes, there is a season 3 happening. Season 3 of Cobra Kai is coming out on Netflix in 2021. It was supposed to come out in 2020 on YouTube, but of course Netflix picked up the series. And when Netflix did pick up the series, I was really, really excited that it did. So all in all, season 2 is much more of a slow-moving drama, so to speak. There's not much comedy in it. It's less exciting than season 1, because season 1 was just from Johnny's point of view, and season 2 is basically what would happen if things got going, and Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do came back, and everything just started going at it. It's really interesting to see, and for me, season 2 of Cobra Kai gets 4 out of 5 stars. I liked it, but I didn't like it that much like I did season 1. Season 1 was fantastic and outstanding. Season 2 had a couple moments where, you know, it was slow moving. If they just picked up the pace a little bit, it would have been perfect. Now, seasons 1 and 2 of Cobra Kai were on YouTube, but will now be on Netflix August 28th, 2020. You can binge watch both seasons, and I really recommend this. If you're a fan of the Karate Kid movies like I am, and you're a fan of these characters, and you love Mr. Miyagi, check this show out because it's really, really fun. Now, season 3 of Cobra Kai is coming out in 2021, and the trailer for that also came out while they showed the seasons 1 and 2 recap on YouTube. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. But basically, we see that season 3, Daniel goes back to Okinawa, Japan, and he confronts Mr. Miyagi's past. And there is a little voice we hear in the background from a so-called karate sensei. And to me, from what I see and from what I hear, it's Chozen from the second movie. If you don't know who that is, look it up. Chozen was the villain in the second movie when Daniel went to Okinawa with Mr. Miyagi. And if you don't know that story, watch the Karate Kid series and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Because if they bring back that character for season 3, and they bring back Ali, Elizabeth Shue hopefully returns, because it would be a perfect fit to close the trilogy of seasons. Maybe, who knows, there might be a season 4, and then comes the part where if you make a season 4 or 5 and it's on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure Netflix will pick it up for another season, will we get Thomas Ian Griffith as Terry Silver coming back? Because that character was ruthless in the Karate Kid Part 3. And, you know, while John Kreese was down on his luck, he went to Terry, and Terry was just like, listen, this is what we have to do. And Terry Silver did that. So if Thomas Ian Griffith does come back for seasons 4 or 5, I'm going to be really, really excited, because then you really know how to make a show. The creators of this show really know how to do things, and they really, really make it work a lot. This is the only show that I know that is true to the original movies, kept the same tone, kept the same pace, and kept the same story in a way, but just from someone else's point of view. I'll leave a link to my review of season 1 in the description box below. You guys can check it out. I'll also leave a link to the trailer for Cobra Kai, The Karate Kid Saga Continues, which also shows a sneak peek at season 3 in the description box below as well. And let me know in the comment section below what you would give season 2 of Cobra Kai, and how you think it differs from season 1. Is it slow moving? Is it better? Or did it need more? And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel. And follow Market Productions on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And follow me, Anthony, on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Filmstock. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You guys can check it out and follow along. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.